जय श्रील प्रभुपाद. Hare Krishna. Nama Prabhu ki jai. Welcome all of you. Today I'll start with something that is not though directly connected to the practice, but it is a very important aspect of Nama Seva, Hari Nama Seva. Very important aspect. This is about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, Trinadapi Sunichena Tarur Saishnu Manina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, you should chant with a mood which is humbler than a blade of grass and more tolerant than a tree. So, humbler than a blade of grass means everybody stamps the grass, but it still doesn't complain, it stands up. Humility, one should chant in a state of humility. Bhakti Vinod Thakur sings, when will that day come when I can respect all the living entities? And that day, Shuddha Nama will descend. I will get the taste of Shuddha Nama. So, right now we are practicing mindful japa. Because there is a role for the mind, for a trained mind. So we are practicing mindful japa. Mindful japa is soulful japa is PhD. Mindful japa is like first standard or second standard. Those who don't do mindful japa, they have not even entered the school. So mindful japa, if we are able to successfully do it, is the beginning of our good japa. Now, to increase the quality of soulful japa, just like as you go on, second standard, third standard, you go up, PhD, beyond, never ending. That is soulful japa. Even if one is not humble, by training the mind, if somebody's mind is very sharp, he may be able to do mindful japa. Please understand, mindful japa, if somebody is able to do 100 rounds, 150 rounds, it's not an indication of one's, it's definitely, it is mercy of the Lord, but it's not an indication of, oh, he's pure, so he could chant for 150 rounds. But what was it? Your 150 rounds of mindful japa, because there is energy in it. Nama Prabhu releases energy. There is a divya chesta ruchi that comes when you give doing and knowing attention together on each of the divine names of the Lord. So that is what we are tasting. Ultimately, Nama Prabhu has its own intrinsic taste, Nama Ruchi. That is different from this. That Nama Ruchi is what Rupa Goswami says, to taste that you need 1,000,000 tongues, 1,000,000 years. That is the kind of feeling you get, because it is an ocean of taste. One tongue is not enough. That kind of feeling comes. That is Namaruchi. But now we are having Chesta, Divya Chesta Ruchi. That means we are offering our Chesta to Nama Prabhu, and because it is for the pleasure of the Nama Prabhu, we get that taste. So, um, everything that we do should be in proper perspective in this entire course. That is why I am just mentioning that the ultimate proper soulful japa cannot be performed without developing humility and tolerance. Sometimes to understand what is something, if you understand the opposite of that, because if you tell humility and tolerance, mostly in most of our dictionary, in our vocabulary, it is not there. Because we are always proud. That's why we are in this material world. So to understand what is this humility, tolerance, simplicity, we can understand them by figuring out what is its opposite. Opposite of humility is what? Pride. Opposite of simplicity is what? Soul doesn't possess anything. Soul is a pauper. Everything belongs to Krishna. So, soul is intrinsically simple, possessionless. But this, what is the opposite of soul? Opposite of simplicity is vanity, show off. Show off to others. Then instead of love, instead of affection to other living entities, sometimes we manifest envy. So instead of humility, tolerance, simplicity, and affection for other jivas, what do we show? Pride, opposite of humility. Vanity, opposite of simplicity. Instead of affection, we show envy. Pride means what? I am better than somebody else. So vanity, show off. These are all material, mundane rasas, cheap rasas. Vaishnavas don't relish all this pride, vanity, and this kind of thing, show off. Show off what God has given you. You're showing off as if it is yours. Envy. When does envy come? Pride comes when I have something more than somebody else. Then there is pride. When does envy come? Envy is when, how can he have more than what I have? So both pride and envy comes by comparison. This is our disease. This is called social gratification. Just like sense gratification, the living entity is constantly involved in social gratification. Their social image, that means their false ego, the social ego, they want to show off, they want to give rasa to their false social ego. Showing off one's power, showing off one's, or if it is intelligence, showing off one's intelligence, I am more intelligent than you are. So all these kind of things. So see, one of the most, all these things manifest as one important characteristic in the society. That means, what is that? Self-importance, self-aggrandizement, self-glorification. These are all diseases of the mind which prevents namaruchi, which prevents us from advancing in Krishna consciousness. You have to keep this in mind. Of course, how to take out all these things, nama japa itself will help us. Because only by knowledge you can remove all this, transcendental knowledge. It is under illusion that we are having pride, under illusion that we are envious, If somebody has more than me, it is because God has sanctioned him. Why I should worry? So this kind of if we want to have a very good journey in soulful japa, this desire for self-importance, self-glorification, self-aggrandizement is not very, very favorable at all. In module 26, I have talked about it. You can all go and read module 26 later on. And so this pride is a weed. Envy is a weed. Weed means just like in the paddy field, there is paddy and there is weed. And the weed has to be removed. Otherwise, paddy will not grow. All the food that you put in all the fertilizer and everything, water that you pour for the paddy, it will be consumed by the weeds and the weeds will be growing and the paddy will not be very healthy. In the same way, our chanting of Hare Krishna is like pouring water. It's very powerful. All desires will just get satisfied. Bhakti desire also will get satisfied. This also will get satisfied. So if you have material desires for all these things, that will take up the chanting thing and then it will grow. Once it grows, it will choke the real Bhaktilata creeper, the creeper of devotional service. That it will. So we have to know in the process of this soulful japa, keep this example of the paddy field. There are always weeds, which is due to our past karma, anartha. It is called anartha. These are all unnecessary things. For the soul to be happy, it doesn't need pride. It doesn't need envy. It doesn't need vanity. All these things for the soul, it is not required. Soul happiness is something else. So it's called anartha. So this anartha, this holy name can feed material desires also. He'll get fulfilled. Because Shakti Avesha Nama it is. All the Shakti, all the universal energies are there in the Shakti. So we need to be very careful. We need what is the highest. We need the best. What is that? Krishna Prema. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. The soulful japa. The purpose of soulful japa is Krishna Prema, the highest. So anyway, now we are in mindful japa. Why I had to mention all this is because you should not get lost in a mechanical process in one sense. Because training the mind is a process. We are reprogramming our mind. And that is not all. That will not produce your soulful japa. Soulful japa has to, but this is a beginning. By mindful japa, we come in touch with the Nama Prabhu, the attention, because soul can touch something through the attention. Now attention is running here and there. Attention is running there and then. While explaining about mindful japa, I already explained this concept. Mindful means being here and now. And what are the other alternatives? Be there and then. And when is this then? It can be in the past or it can be in the future. So let us say yesterday some problem was there. Immediately you think about it. What is that? You are then and there. You have gone out of the present. Now you think, okay, next week I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to think how to solve that problem, all those things. Gone. You are gone to that, wherever that site, problem site or wherever it is, and you have gone to the future. Can you be in the present then? No. Present is reality. Past and future are in the mind. It's not a reality. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says past is a dream. Means it's not a reality. So also future. Past is a memory, future is a dream. It's not a reality. Reality is present. So mindful japa means where does the Lord, when you chant, where does the Lord manifest? In the past or in the future? No. Lord manifests right here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this chanting, this golden quote, the direction of the determination to chant and hear automatically means you are here and now. Why? Because direction is chant now and know what you are chanting. And where is that happening? Here and now. So mindful japa is holding the mind here and now, as against going in the past and future. This is only the way to detect it. But you should learn observing it. It's very important, because we have to learn to control the mind. Means you have to observe and know the mind. So at least you know your japa has gone off, somewhere gone into the future or into some past problem. Thinking means what? Some thinking, past or future. It's gone. So immediately what we should do? Yesterday's takeaway was what? Put, again, as per that quote, put effort to chant and hear that very sound. And then the sound will come back. The attention will be placed, not come back. What is gone, because attention is continuously. Bringing back attention itself is a wrong idea. Attention is fresh, attention is coming. Gone is gone. Now, that's why I said, at least now I have seen the quote, okay, right now I'll do Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Let us say it went away. You are able to detect it. It went away from the present. It went into the past. Or it went into the future. Again, look at the quote. Come into the present. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Again, if it goes, bring it back. I am having a lot of feedbacks from a lot of devotees who are experiencing very nice mindful japa. But I have only very few questions from people who are not succeeding in mindful japa. That is not good. I need questions from those who are not succeeding in mindful japa. In other words, those who are doing very well in mindful japa, they are writing to me. I don't want anybody to get disappointed. If you follow the process, mindful japa will happen. I want to find out where you are doing mistake. I told you many times, 30 days, it won't be 100% mindful. Even 70% is mindful. That means you're following the process. And your mind is getting trained. Each time it goes away, look at the quote. Again, take that sankalpa from the quote. And again chant. I'll be here. I'll be in the present. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Because I am serving the Nama. And where is Nama? Nama is in the present. Suppose you are giving some plate of prasadam to me. I come to your house. Your mind is in the past and future, and mechanically you are putting some rice, putting some sabji and all these things. I look at you and say, where is your mind? I say. Similarly, Nama Prabhu will say, where is your mind? I have appeared before you in the present. Why are you going into the past? Why are you going into the future? I am here before you. Recognize me. So so I want devotees who are not succeeding also to write to me. No problem. In this there is no failure. Not succeeding means what? Don't get frustrated. You may think that, oh, so many Prabhu is reading out, so many devotees who are saying they chanted 50 rounds, 100 rounds after hearing this. For me, everything is remaining the same. So what is wrong with me? No, we need, at least have you incrementally increased your quality of chanting? This is what is important. Because training means what? When you learn a bicycle, what happens? First day you will fall many times. Second day, you will fall less number of times. As you go on, you will fall lesser and lesser. Why? Your mind slice is getting trained. How not to fall, how to balance the cycle. So over the time, finally, you are driving the bicycle, you don't fall even once. This is exactly what I am saying as far as mindful japa is concerned. Once you train, your mind will not go past or future. Once you train for 90 days. So just because immediately I did not get result, some people got result, fine, no problem. But there are various reasons. I don't want to analyze that now. But if you're not getting the result, just follow that. That old programming should be pushed out. Training. Read that quote. That quote, make a sankalpa out of that quote, a feeling out of that quote. Generate vikalpa. I will not do anything else. I will not know anything else. And in this way, you see, as you go on, your percentage of mindful japa will increase and mindless japa will decrease. Mindless japa is due to your past training. Okay. So, I don't want anybody to be disappointed. If you have any questions, you please ask. Don't feel shy. Because ultimately we want to learn this. This is the first part of, as I said, mindful japa is the first standard of soulful japa. First standard. So therefore, if somebody is able to do mindful japa well, please don't become proud also. Sometimes when you chant 100 rounds and all, you become very proud. Oh, I'm able to chant 100 rounds. Self-importance, self-aggrandizement, self-glorification, they're all enemies of Nama Japa. Okay. That is why Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, early morning when you get up, beat your mind 100 times with the shoes, and when you sleep, before you sleep, beat your mind 100 times with a broomstick. These are not metaphorical. These are all mind control techniques. Because unless, I have explained to you about different mind slices that can, yesterday also I told you, our mind can give birth to many minds. So if you set up a mind who will beat your mind with shoes 100 times in the morning, for what? For thinking he is great, a self-importance. Chappal se mara hai, they say. So, you beat him with the shoes. That means, whom are you beating? What is the feeling towards the beating? You want to kill that fellow who wants self-importance. That's a false ego. It's all in our chitta. These are not, soul is not freshly creating this. You have decided to become a devotee. But your old habits are not going. Old habits mean anything you do, you want social gratification. You want people to clap. You want people to glorify you. You want people to think he's a very important man. He is a great man. You want people to think he's a pure devotee. All this kind of desires are disease, and they are weeds. So just because we do mindful japa successfully, never become proud. Everything is by the mercy of Prabhupada and Nama Prabhu. The moment we become proud, we will lose that power. We lose that power. Why? Because it has come from them. The Chesta Ruchi, Nama Chesta Ruchi, is come from Nama Prabhu. So we have to be very careful in these things. Humility means respecting all devotees, respecting everybody, karmis, everybody. Everybody deserves a due credit, whatever it, due respect. Due respect means what? Respect of different degrees. Soul deserves, soul is Krishna's part and parcel. Soul deserves unconditional respect. Everybody is divine part and parcel of God. But karmis come before you, they are full of false egos. That jiva also deserves some credit, whatever material credit, material respect he is. If I am in the material world, I have to give him the proper material respect. Because what he has is what God has given. If he is respectable, to degree he is respectable. Sometimes devotees think, why we are after some politician came to the temple and why you are giving VIP treatment and all these things. For us, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Pure devotee is a VIP. All these karmis, how they can be? No. We have to give due respect to everybody. You don't have to give due respect that you give to a pure devotee, to a politician. But for some reason, in the material, that power is there, that material power deserves, let's say he's the chief minister. Krishna is sanctioned. There is a material respect due to him. And that you are a citizen. Material respect is due to you from him. You have to treat him respectfully. Subordinates. We should treat them respectfully. Due respect. A dog, treat that soul with due respect. Due respect means what? Due respect means not that you go to the dog and pay obeisances. That is not due respect. The dog doesn't deserve that respect. That's Krishna is not expecting us to give that. Krishna is expecting you don't throw a stone or don't kick him. Krishna is expecting that much respect for a dog, or give him some food, some prasadam. So in our daily life, they show off vanity, pride. Due to pride, I have more position than somebody else, so you bully someone. All this will go against Namaruchi. If you're really after Namaruchi, we have to keep aside all these things. These are all silly things. We're talking about, transcendental taste of the holy name. We are talking about Krishna consciousness taste. So if we are after this, you will lose that. Both you cannot have. You will lose that. So that is something that a general caution for any devotee of Nama Prabhu. My goal is very clear. I want to chant soulful japa, and my aim is not, my goals are not in this material world. This Nama Seva is for eternally solving all my problems, birth, that old age disease, and going to the lotus feet of the Lord, to remain in eternal happiness, in eternal pleasure of devotion service to the Lord. That is my purpose. I am not here to gain anything out of Nama in this material world, except devotional service of preaching His name. That I want in this material world. I want to do His service, His mission in this material world. So that is fine. So at least it doesn't go, these diseases don't go so easily. So we should know that this is our goal. If you come to Prabhupada's movement, ultimately this is my goal. Not to be harsh with people unnecessarily. That doesn't mean that you have to be pleasing to everybody. Because you have to please Guru and Krishna. In the process, try to be as pleasing to others. In the process of pleasing Guru and Krishna, if somebody is displeased, you cannot help. You cannot go beyond that. But if there is a way of minimizing the displeasure and doing it, do it. Don't have to do in a hurtful way with anybody. My goal is not to please everybody in the world. My goal is not to make everybody happy in this material world. My goal is definitely not to hurt, or my goal is to minimize my hurt from my side, minimize hardship to others from my side. But the goal is not to, from my side there should be zero hardship to anybody. If you are doing something for the pleasure of Krishna, somebody feels hardship, what is your duty you have to do? So this is the idea of due respect. Everybody has a due respect. We should learn how to give due respect. That will keep our heart free from pride and envy. Simple material knowledge, spiritual knowledge alone is enough to keep away pride and envy. This comparison business is a source of misery. A person, if he compares, he will never be happy. Every jiva is taken care of by the Paramatma in their heart. What they have, what they don't have. No point in comparing. If you want to compare to get inspiration to advance more. Not you compare to create envy and pride. You compare to be self-inspired. Just like we see Prabhupada's purity and we get self-inspired. So let me take some questions today. I have yesterday's 2 questions were remaining. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, it may be a repetition, but could you please explain the 3 holy names, Hare, Krishna and Rama? Hare is the addressing form of Hara. Hara is the internal energy of the Lord, Srimati Radharani. So Hare means, Oh my divine mother, Radhe. Ame Radhe, my divine mother. Oh my Lord, Krishna, please engage me in your service. Because that is the eternal. And what is Rama? Again, Hare Rama. When you say Rama means Krishna is a reservoir of pleasure. It describes that. So Krishna's quality of all pleasure is Rama. So Hare Rama means, Oh Radharani, Oh reservoir of all pleasure Krishna. That's why you're known as Rama. Please engage me in your service. So this is the, it's an address. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is an address. Address means it's addressing the Lord. Addressing the Supreme Lord, Supreme Mother, addressing. Because we are all part and parcel of Krishna. So we are addressing. So that much is enough. This is what Prabhupada has told us. And with this meaning of Hare, Krishna and Rama, why they combine together in this particular 16 names, we may not know, but there will be a divine reason why they have made an alliance like this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. These 3 names have made an alliance and decided to come down as the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we honor that sequence. That is why sharp hearing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Japamala 108 beads includes Sumeru also. Yeah, it includes, no? Next. When Soulful Japa will come? Soulful book will come. Soulful Japa book. Yeah, probably, this lockdown has helped me to sit, and probably another 3-4 months. Looks like this lockdown is going to go for a long time. Long time. The world order will change. And Prabhupada had predicted all these things. But ultimately, it will all be for good. All be for good. Very simple thing. So many negative activities in this world has shut down, which we consider as Papa Karma. So that way it's good. You have mentioned in your explanation for golden quotes of Srila Prabhupada that we should not chant and hear later. No, that may be just slip of my mind. What I mean is that if you don't hear immediately, your doing also will go away. You understood the spirit of it. You have to hear at that very moment. Otherwise, your knowing will go away somewhere else. Example I'll give you. It is possible. Now, the further question also, you are saying that, how is it possible that if I am chanting, I should be hearing, you are saying. No, not necessary. If you are giving Kriya Chesta, that means consciously you are chanting. Right? But, let us say, for instance, your mind is pulled towards I did not receive this information from somebody. I had to make a call. I had to hear from him what was yesterday's collection. Bothering you too much. So you are giving Kriya Chesta. Kriya Chesta, doing effort. But your knowing effort is getting pulled there. So what happens? If that is very attractive, your knowing effort will go away there. Or if that is very urgent, very important, your knowing effort will go there. What is the result? Not that chanting can remain there. Chanting, the doing effort also will run there. So your chanting becomes mechanical. So for a short time, it is possible that you can be doing without knowing. And for a short time, you can be knowing without doing. But it will not survive. If you want to make it survive forcefully, it becomes mentally tiresome. Every time bringing it back. Just like you see, you're saying, okay, I should chant and hear the name. I should chant and hear. I should chant and hear that sound. One side, the other mind, your chitta is, your memory, everything is pulling you. Hey, I have to solve that problem. I have to solve that problem. And you are telling this, and you have to immediately. Each time you are forcefully you are holding like this. So what happens? There is tapas. When there is tapas, there is fatigue. That is why it is said that early morning you should chant, because other times urgent business, all those things will come. When you have taken rest, you are fresh. So day's problems are not yet loaded into your consciousness, into your background. At that time, first thing is, you finish your chanting so that there is no pull of daily pressures. Brahma Muhurta, get up and finish off before the day problem comes. You think that my chanting time is not part of my worldly day. You should think. Let's say you finish your chanting by 6 o'clock in the morning. From morning you get up at 4:30 or by 6:30 you finish your round. In your life, you write off that 4:30 to 6:30. I don't have this time at all in this world. It's only for Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, for Nama Prabhu Seva. for pleasing Nama Prabhu. It is for my relationship with Nama Prabhu. It is my eternal relationship with Nama Prabhu. That 2 hours out, gone. I don't exist in this material world for those 2 hours. So that way, if we do it, then we don't mix up my phone, my mobile. First thing is mobile, you should keep aside. Big distraction. Of course, unless you want to see this quote and all, training period. Okay. So what I meant in this, when I said that, not that you chant now and hear later. In order to stress that, you should chant and hear immediately. How an offering to Nama Prabhu is a feeling and not a thought. An offering can be a thought or a feeling. Thought feeling. It can be both. If it is not developed, it depends on what. For you, if an offering, where is a very, if let's say you are buying something, you are offering a price. There is no feeling there. You are talking about a physical act of, hey, how much? 5 rupees, huh? These oranges, 5 rupees. Okay, take. That is a thought. But when you are saying offering japa, there is a feeling of, because you are offering to a person who deserves that offering of respect. You are offering yourself. Yesterday I told, doing attention, knowing attention, or doing effort and knowing effort are 2 fundamental things of the soul. You are offering, you are giving that as a surrender to the Nama Prabhu, who is the owner of my soul, who is my owner. I have to give it to him. So there is a feeling of offering in this kind of an offering in devotion service. It's not just a thought. It's a developed thought. Thought which has been behind it. There is a feeling of, it's a bhavana. Seva bhavana. That means Sevya is, you are aware that Sevya is receiving it, and Sevya, there is a feeling of preeti, or for whatever reason you started your japa. You are not simply doing some mechanical japa. Some reason you started japa to develop bhakti for Krishna. Yes, then that is a bhavana. As per training module, I am following the instructions. Now the question is a little doubtful whether I am in the right direction according to said instructions or not. How can I make sure of this? From the little observation I understood during the chanting time, there is no mental fatigue and mind struggle and distraction, and I am feeling that I can do any number of rounds without any mind struggle. But the problem is, am I doing in the right way, or this is my dilemma? This is my dilemma. One more thing is that how can I know whether I am only hearing without doing attention and only doing without knowing that very chant? How can I make sure that, Prabhu? Please help me. Okay. If you are doing effort and knowing effort is not engaged in anything else, then you are doing it rightly. That is the test. If one of them run away somewhere, other fellow will also run away. Oh, urgently I have to know this. Let me phone up this person. And you are lacking for that knowing. So you're knowing attention. Take away. Oh, I have to do this urgently. I have to go and, whatever it is. If I don't do it now, something will happen. Then doing it, chesta is pulled there. When both you're doing chesta and you're knowing chesta is not on anything else, you are successful, no problem. It is on the nama. It is on the nama. I told you cannot keep quiet. There is no vacuum. Chesta has no vacuum. It has to be doing something or knowing something. We struggle to keep our mind on knowing, and same time we have to task a microsecond feeling. So when we come to the end of the mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare, Either we miss tasking, feeling, sound, Hare Krishna, and okay, please forget about attempting to task now. I told you it is the next 90 days lesson. You don't do tasking. Whatever you feel, you bead after bead, you go. Okay? Because you're already used. Even without a tasking impulse, you will move you to the next and you do it. So don't try to, because there is a separate exercise. Because I'll give you an example. After, let us say, your mind is fully trained to simultaneously or concurrently chant and hear. Afterwards, you don't need any effort for training from the background, remembering this quote and all those. That is not required. Your foreground will automatically do concurrent chanting and hearing, right? It has become your second nature. Now, next training is how to consciously give impulse between the two beats. On the beat, you have learned how to give. Now, your attention should be on the Nama. From one bead, when you finish, when you go to the next bead, there is a small time gap. In that time gap also, we have to have something which we can have something. That's why the Acharyas have given us this counting method. So we train ourselves for that. So tasking is not done when you are on the beats. That's also training. Tasking is done just before you go on to the next bead. During the time, thoughts of tasking is coming. During the japa, chanting and hearing concurrently. However, next one, tasking. Before the next one, on microsecond impulse, tasking impulse. Just to give you an idea, you don't bother about it. You don't consciously bother to train simultaneously two things. So probably it's my mistake that I introduced this. That's why I said very minimum, if you want to do, you do it. Tasking impulse. Ultimately, in our training, we are seeing what you should do on the beat, what you should do in the gap, what you should do again on the beat, then again in the gap. What should be your background mind, the feeling of sankalpa here and the feeling of building up the number of counts, all those things. Okay. In the beginning of session 26, you had mentioned that doing can be auto, but hearing has to be necessarily conscious. Then how is it different from isolated hearing? No, I did not say about. See, doing can be trained. Can be trained. That's why we are able to do auto chanting. Doing can be trained. Now, your knowing, in connection with the doing, it can be trained. As you chant, I should know. As you chant, I should know. So that is the training part of the knowing. So the question what you are asking is, I'll put it if I understood properly. If you are chanting in an auto mode, that means you are not giving kriya chesta. Doing chesta you are not giving. You are only giving the knowing chesta. I have to know, I have to know, I have to know, I have to know. I have to know the chant, I have to know the chant. It will work for some time. But if there is a pull for the kriya chesta somewhere else, which comes from the mind, then gone, it will go away. That is the reason why he said that even though auto chanting is possible, we have to consciously do and know. Just like I gave the example of the ball. Even though after a little training, the ball is, I can automatically do it. Also, I can, even though along with automatic, I can also take rasa in it. Yes, I caught. Yes, so in throwing, knowing, I can take pleasure in it. Example, not that in this ball there is any pleasure in it. In the blog, it's only a training. I got trained and I have no use. As long as job is done, fine. Because some people will ask this question, Prabhuji, as long as I am concurrently chanting and hearing by training, ultimately, my problem is solved. No. I don't have to do anything. Ultimately, I should chant and hear. Uninterruptedly, I'll finish my rounds. This training is only one part. After training also, now I will consciously be doing that. Training has helped me to ward off all the unnecessary forces. Just training is essential. Training is necessary, but not sufficient for a complete japa. So therefore, even after training, I like to call out the name of the Lord consciously. My mind, my tongue can automatically call out, no problem. Then I will only, be attentive to give jnana chesta, to know. Why? Why don't you call out consciously and hear consciously? We call out the name, the Lord descends into the name. What happens to the name? It becomes Shakti Aveshanama. I generate the sound with my tongue. Lord descends. That means chanting is like welcoming the Lord. Please come Lord, please come Lord. Into what? Into the material vibration I have produced. Lord Avataras, he comes down, Nama Avatara. He empowers the Nama, it becomes Shakti Aveshanama. Now, what you are hearing is a Shakti Aveshanama, and what you are chanting is a Shakti Aveshanama. What you are hearing, it goes inside with all the Shakti inside, and it purifies. So when the Shakti Aveshanama, when it is coming inside, that means it is the incarnation of the Lord is now going inside. So what should be your mood? Hearing is reception of the Lord. Welcoming and receiving Him. Welcoming is chanting, receiving Him is embrace. As I gave you this idea of sound embrace of the sound incarnation of the Lord. But here you don't embrace with your hand, you embrace with your attention, which is your closest energy. Soul's closest energy. As you said, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, they are differently sounding and we should hear sharply these variations, right? If you realize this, then we got the secret of concurrent chanting come hearing. Is that correct? Yes, you are very right. You got it. Okay. Then, it is said that if you chant in holy dham like Vrindavan, Mayapur, we get 1,000 times benefit of chanting in normal place. Yes, it is. These are all the glories of the holy dham. Prabhu, I think I read something like if we chant after applying tilak in our body, the result of chanting is increased manifold, just like in the holy name, holy dham. Is it true? These are all not very absolute. All these things help us. Not that if you are in a forest, you didn't get tilak, you are not able to chant, you are not able to put tilak, your chanting will be effective. No. These are all supportive. For a beginners, it's supportive. When does tasking impulse between the beats, sometimes attention goes away since it's a small gap, please guide. Please, my instruction again to you, you have any difficulty in tasking an impulse, don't do it. Hare Krishna Prabhu, for 4 weeks, forget even 4 weeks, for entire 90 days, don't do it. Just become pakka in this concurrent chanting. Let the mind get trained in concurrent chanting and hearing. Mindful japa is settled once for all. What is the satisfaction? You know how to get connected to the Nama Avatara. You know how the soul gets connected to the Nama Avatara through mindful chanting. When we attentively chant, Nama Prabhu goes through our ears and purifies our heart. You are right. Does it mean that we are taking service from Him or we are serving Him through attentive chanting? No, if somebody mercifully gives something, then it is not like taking service. we are his part and parcel. We are eternally meant to take from him. In other words, we are dependent upon him for everything. So, we are dependent on the mercy for self-purification. We are begging for self-purification. That means he doesn't have to do anything. Nama Prabhu is not doing some service for you. Nama Prabhu's presence itself will purify you. He does not have to do anything. He does not have to take a broom and sweep and all those things. Just his presence is enough. Just like the fire's presence is enough, the iron piece will get red hot. The fire doesn't have to think that I have to do service to this thing. Yes, I will give association. He has come to me, I will give association. Nama Prabhu's mood is that. Take the association. Automatically you will get purified by the association. After completing first week of training, I am conscious when chanting at the altar while offering food, bhoga. Also, I am able to do chanting and hearing. Saying Hare Krishna mantra during prayers at the altar, offering food, I am able to do and know consciously. Spiritual accomplishment after completing a mala should not feed our false ego. How do we ensure this and feel service to Nama Prabhu? Yes, it's a very good question. I'll just give you a hint, but there is a separate module for this. What does it mean, spiritual accomplishment? To feel that I served the Lord one more bead, and 108 and 16. That feeling is required. That is why Acharyas have given this mala. Sense of accomplishment of having followed my spiritual master, sense of accomplishment of it is between you and the Lord. Okay. So if you think should not feed our false ego. False ego means connected to outside world. You go somebody and tell, oh, yesterday I chanted 100 rounds. Finish. Ho gaya. False ego has come. It is said the number of rounds that you chant, you should not tell anybody. Means it should not become public. You can tell to your mentor, you can tell to your guide and all those things. But you should not take social leverage out of it. To tell somebody I did this much, I did that much. Then you're right, it feeds a false ego. Because you're telling your accomplishment. 7 days I did 150 rounds. Don't tell, you will lose the Shakti of that. You should keep quiet. It's between you and the Lord. You and the Nama. Nama gave you that mercy. Keep it to yourself. You inspire others, but don't tell about your number of rounds and all those things. Can you explain Cheshta a bit more? Cheshta, we are always doing something and knowing something from our heart. This is what life is all about. Desiring, doing, knowing and experiencing. So, we are doing and knowing continuously things which are not Krishna and not for Krishna. So that is what, the Cheshta is of. Cheshta means you put an effort. Let's say you want to enjoy some fruity activities. You put an effort. Cheshta, I want to get that. You start. I'll do that. I'll go through all this path. I will walk here, I'll walk there. No problem. In the end, I will get that desire. Cheshta. Here also, we have Cheshta. But this Cheshta is for pleasing the Nama Prabhu. I am unable to maintain attention for more than 4-5 rounds continuously. After about 15 minutes gap, again able to continue. Feeling is good, but takes time. No problem. You please continue the way it is. For various reasons, in between 15 minutes you may need rest. But if your feeling is good, then you are not tiring your mind. So, I think we will continue tomorrow. Thank you very much. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna Nama Prabhu ki Jai.